Jimbo Paris, and you are listening to The Jimbo Paris Show. All right, how's it going, everyone? This is Jimbo Paris. Welcome to The Jimbo Paris Show. Today we have Mark Newsome, and he's basically a small business owner. He kind of wants to help people with like a cash flow generating specialist. All right, how's it going?
It's good, Jimbo. It's a pleasure to be here, my friend. Thank you for inviting me.
Can you tell me a little bit about yourself?
Try to do for small business owners, service providers, and startup entrepreneurs is show them how to convert from working incredibly hard in their business or service to on their business.
So how long have you been in this industry?
I've been helping small business owners and service providers, Jimbo, easily 25 plus years. That's the ones getting paid, and probably a year or two finding myself. So testing my theories, if you will. Does this stuff really work in the real world?
How did this sort of begin? Can you kind of go into that a bit more?
Oh, man. I basically, Jimbo, started out in a niche part of the financing industry in real estate. It's called paper, which is a fancy way of saying debt. And the way this would work is, let's say you had a house you wanted to sell, and for whatever reason, your buyers couldn't qualify for traditional financing from a credit union. What my service did then is to help you cash out either totally or partially. The marketing and the promoting strategies and plans that they had put out, man, were antiquated or starved for this kind of information, the marketing end.
What were some that came to mind to you?
The main thing I think I've discovered with quote unquote entrepreneurship is if you learn how to serve, it'll change. The slant will change for the same transaction. You don't have to sell your own products and services. Like I said, remember Jimbo's product on the back, his advertisement, marketing promotion on the back of my flyer? If somebody does mail order, your extremely time-sensitive offer should be included in that so that when they buy that product or service, they're also exposed to yours and mine, and a certain percentage of them, we're going to give them a discount to do it. They're going to take advantage of that. Haven't you ever noticed when you go to Amazon, for those of you who shop at Amazon, as soon as you buy anything, Amazon puts up a couple of promotions, say, hey, you like that, you might like this. If they did that after the transaction, they're going to do less business. So you got to strike when it's hot.
So how is that different from something like a pawn shop where you take and then you give back a bit more?
If you want to call it the pawn shop technique, Jimbo, you can. The premise is, once they get that bling for free, they're going to be on marketing steroids. They are a walking, talking billboard, but I get a commission, a percentage of what you buy. Think of every live concert you ever go to. Now imagine at halftime or intermission, the MC comes out, they get the big old jumbo screen behind them, and they flash a website. And as long as it's verified, one of you, before this concert is over, you're going to get a text announcing you're the winner. What do you think is going to happen? And let's say, choose whoever your favorite artist is. They're going on a world tour. You've not seen the mega list they would have. So each show, and they don't want anybody to get mugged or anything. So they'll wait till a day after the concert and send the winner. But now here's my question to you. Since they've got a list, what else can they sell you? What if they offered a package of you could buy any 10 recordings of their world tour, and instead of paying $37 each, pay $7.99 each. But you got to do it within the next 24 hours. And if you do it within the next 24 hours, you automatically go into a drawing where somebody's going to win $50,000 cash. This is called marketing. This is what we mean about dead assets, that you get a new marketing eye and you say, hey, wait a minute, we're only doing this. We could be doing that.
Okay, and this kind of falls into my next question. When it comes to promotional deals, how much do you think business owners should spend? So maybe, just pick any social media platform and, give a few simple projections.
Here's what he's really advocating and what I advocate. You have to know what we call the total lifetime value of your customer. You don't pull a number out of a hat. Let's say your total lifetime customer value is $1,500. And it doesn't matter if it's a month, a year, whatever it is, 6 months. How could it possibly make economic sense for you to throw $5,000 at paid advertisement when the most your customer is worth over the life of their doing business with you is $1,500? You're going to be what we call upside down. Here's what I want you to do. When this is over, I want you to go to Google or I want you to go to YouTube and put in what is total lifetime customer value? Watch a video or two, read a blog post or two, you'll have an idea. Now, once you know what you can spend, it's a matter of, should we spend $1 on that or should we invest $1 over here? Stop treating your business or service like a one-night stand. So here's why Jimbo and I are sharing this with entrepreneurs. Sometimes without the right perspective or vision, it's almost impossible to see opportunity.
Now, this falls into another thing. Speaking of opportunity, you mentioned hidden assets. What do you mean by hidden assets?
Well, for example, Tony Robbins shared, but apparently his sources have shared with him, just on the internet alone. Listen to me, ladies and gentlemen. $1 billion a day changes hands, internet alone. So if you multiply that by 1 year, that's $365 billion. Now, here's my question to you. How much of that would it take for you to get to be well off? Everybody you know and everybody I know could do $10 million a year, 8 figures, and you wouldn't put a dent in that amount. Now, we know everybody we know is not going to do 8 figures, or look how wide open that is. In fact, Jimbo, I like to tell this story. Imagine this. You're standing in front of a fire hydrant. It's on full tilt. Water is gushing out of it. You're standing 2 feet away, and miraculously, somehow you don't get wet. How is that possible? $1 billion a day is changing hands, and you're sitting here saying there's no opportunity? You have to be kidding. There's more opportunity than you and I can possibly handle. The question is, do you know how to fish? See, most people are given fish, but when the giver stops providing, where does that leave you? When you learn how to fish, it's almost unlimited. That's the difference. Ladies and gentlemen, it's not a matter of if opportunities out there. It is. Question is, are you getting your fair share? And if you're not, you have to look in the mirror. See that reflection staring back at you? That's the issue. So what Jimbo and I are trying to do is expand that gray matter. Ladies and gentlemen, Jimbo, do you remember a popular network television show in America called MacGyver?
Sounds familiar.
MacGyver was a guy who every week he was in what we seemingly thought were these impossible situations. He would take an index card, a cassette player, and a ballpoint pen and have a solution by the end of the show. And you'd say, how? Obviously, it was the writers, but you say, how in the world is this guy going to get out of this? Which made you tune in every week. My point being, you and I don't have to be MacGyver. There's a ton of opportunity out if you learn how to tap into it. That's so, and here's what it starts with, ladies and gentlemen. What's going on up here between the left ear and the right? If you will exercise that gray matter more and get around the Jimbo Parises of this world, you're going to start getting solutions that you didn't have yesterday and the day before and the day after. And that's part of what my mission and message here is to share you is opportunity is evergreen. It's everywhere. And here's the thing. What you have to understand is, what do I need to start? What's my end result? And how do I bridge the two? And there's a gazillion ways for you to do it. Real estate evangelists. And that was these men and women telling you how you could stockpile real estate with both hands using no money down strategy, right? And they'd invite you to a hotel when you're in your local area and say, come in, learn Jimbo Paris' secrets to wealth. And they showed Jimbo coming off this private jet, which in reality was leased. We didn't know that. And he'd jump in a Rolls Royce and drive off, right? And the Rolls Royce was leased for the day. But the point is, Jimbo would be in a hotel or one of his trained sales reps, and about 400 people, 400 to 500 people, just depending on the area that he's appearing in. And they would make these national tours, go from city, running these infomercials, and that would draw you in. Now, follow us. If that hotel was smart, which we know they are, they couldn't be in business, so I'm not trying to be denigrating them here. Follow us. What if you're a retail appliance center and you make the following arrangement with the hotel? Offer our free, extremely time-sensitive gift certificates as a free drawing. Somebody's going to win that day. If the event is 2 days, you got to come for both days to be eligible for this drawing. That way it brings the people in and they stay there, and the promoter has more opportunities to sell their wares. You offer up our free drawing, they can win a $5,000 home entertainment deluxe system, whatever that entails, Jimbo, right? But it sounds pretty cool, right? But the point is, think half cost, $2,500 in actual cost, $5,000 in retail, or $10,000 home entertainment deluxe center, $5,000 hard cost, $10,000 perceived value. These people, the 400 or X number of locals who enter this free drawing, only one person wins the grand prize, ladies and gentlemen. So they announce that at the end of day 2 or day 3, whatever it is. What happens to the other 99? No, you've got them in your database. this. Now they send you extremely time-sensitive email messages that says, hey, you drag a friend when you come to the store, you can save 40% off up to $2,000. And as long as your friend joins our list before they leave the store, they can save 30% up to $1,000. Every person who brings somebody between the two of you, if you spend at least $500, we're going to give you each a $25 gift certificate to some local pizza place. And once a year, if this, at Super Bowl Sunday, 10 of you are going to receive a $200 gift certificate from Joe's Barbecue Pit. Now, when Jimbo's watching the Super Bowl, he's got 15 of his crew there, and this $200 worth of barbecue and side dishes shows up, and his friends want to know how much he paid for it. Jimbo said, I didn't pay anything for it. And they go, what? Jimbo said, oh, that's right. And he whips out these gift certificates, extremely time sensitive. It has his name on the back, and what the retail appliance store tells Jimbo, hey, the first 10 people you send us will pay you $50. In other words, first 10 people who convert to customers, no matter how much they spend, because remember, they're going to make their money on the back end. Jimbo, we pay you $50. The moment you reach 20, you go up to $100, for the people who convert. When you reach 50, cap you at $200. So that means 5 sales in a month. You just made gross $1,000 on the side. I'll bet if that doesn't pay his rent or his mortgage, it'll pay his car payment and his cable, his phone bill. And Jimbo's got bragging right. Hey man, this appliance center pays my cable and my phone bill. And his friends say, what are you talking about? Some of them are going to want to do it too. Now, contrast that to a $40,000 billboard that unless, let's be completely honest and transparent here on this podcast, Jimbo, unless it's a super hot babe leaned up against a car, we don't pay any attention. You say, did you see that billboard on what billboard? Now, if it's a hot young lady leaned up against a car, I guarantee you, Jimbo and I, we're going to stop with our smartphone and take a picture and send it to our boy. Did you see? Yeah, man, I saw that. Totally hot. They're wasting money on that billboard. This way, they only pay when you and I perform. And so they build an army of these men and women, and then they create a monthly contest. The top 5 get these prizes every month. And get this, Jimbo, the first time you lead the pack for the month, you get a $250 cash bonus minus the taxes, because they're going to put you on the payroll as an independent contractor. That way, Uncle Sam doesn't come after you. But every time thereafter you lead the pack, you get double, $500 minus the tax. If you leave 3 times in a year, they're going to give you a plane ticket to anywhere in the continental United States, round trip, plus hotel fare for 3 days. It's 3 nights and 4 days. Yeah, I got it. Meaning you're going to check out before 5 o'clock that 4th day. The point is, not everybody's going to make it to that level, but there will be some that will, and they'll be the people the retailer brings on their podcast and says, this is Jimbo Paris. He's our top performer of the month, and Jimbo's going to have his own course now. This is marketing, ladies and gentlemen. This is promoting at a level that 99% of your peers will never, ever get to, right? The bottom line, they've talked themselves out of it. It can't happen. It won't work because they're not willing to put the effort in. There are men and women walking the planet right now, 10 times more marketing savvy than I'll ever be. But you know what their problem is? They have a phobia. They're scared to get in front of the camera. In America, the average adult over 21 years of age, fear of public speaking above fear of death. That's how huge a phobia they have. So you're stuck with guys like Mr. Marketing. Half as talented, definitely half as good looking, but willing to get in front of the camera and share their message. My point that I'm trying to say is there's opportunities all over the place. You just have to be open to it. There are 2 kinds of people in the world. People who make $10 million a year online and the people who don't. Either you're afraid to get in front of the camera or you're not. I hope what we're trying to share with you, ladies and gentlemen, is penetrated and at least to some extent giving you an idea of tools you need. You just got to put it together consistently and you'll be amazed at the result.
I think it definitely will resonate. And, it's resonated with me right now.
I hope so, my friend. Oh, by the way, if you know of any retail jewelers, retail furniture concerns, or retail appliance center, put them together with me and whatever drops out of the middle, what we call revenue, I'm going to revenue share with you 50% of my 25%. You being the go-between, the bridge, you get 50% of my 25% because you're helping me not have to go track these people down. In other words, I don't have to do the sifting and the sorting. That saves me a lot of time and money. And you promoters out there who are doing these shows with these hip hop artists, you're leaving a ton of money on the table by not list building. You should be list building. Have something you can give away at concert via email. And then you can promote on the back end all types of things. In fact, let's take the power couple, Jay-Z and Beyonce. And you can see one of Jay-Z's favorite car. Jay-Z turns to the car. He says, babe, we're going to do something real special tonight. And Beyonce's just grinning from ear to ear, and she can't wait for Jay-Z to share. And he says, listen, in order to help this charity we believe in, this Austin Martin, I am going to raffle it off. You see that email list that should be at the bottom of the screen right now? You go to that. You can enter this chance to win this Austin Martin, which goes for $120,000. You only pay $1,000. If you're not on the list, you can still enter the raffle, but you have to pay $5,000 now. Now, what do you think most people are going to do, right?
They're going to enter that email list.
They're going to enter that. Bingo. So now Z's got a list. But here's the point. True to his word, let's say there's 1 million people watching. 30% put up $1,000. Jay-Z sells off the car, banks the rest of the capital, and now he turns that list over to his marketing crew. And when Beyonce's new CD is about to drop, instead of you paying $24.95, get special advance notice, and you can get it for $9.95. When Jay-Z is about to go on tour, he says, hey, we're going to do 72 cities in 76 days. Instead of you paying $40 a pop, you can get all of them for just $300. This is an offer. If you're not on my list, you cannot get. Again, you see all this capital sitting there? Promoting and marketing is not hard, but it does take a little creative marketing juice. Can you imagine? Think about this now. Can you imagine the NFL on opening Sunday? The Jumbotron in each team has this big sign that says, enter our free drawing for your chance to win our Super Bowl package. 5 people. You and 4 of the people of your choice. We're going to fly you to wherever the Super Bowl's played. We're going to put you up in a 5-star, 4-star hotel, whatever they have in that town. We're going to give you an Uber driver, a limo, where you're going to be driven around. We're going to give you a bottle of high-end champagne, put you up in a VIP suite, courtesy of the NFL. This is a $50,000 package. And 3 runners-up in each city will win free season tickets for the year. And if you already are a season ticket holder, we just reimburse you. And what do you think would happen if the commissioner of the NFL or the NBA were to do a special Facebook Live and say, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to bring out a very special guest. This gentleman's marketing agency helped us generate about an extra $65 million in the last 11 months alone. And they flash, and there's my mug. I want to introduce you to Mark Newsome, Mr. Mark. What do you think that would do for my credibility and my visibility? There's opportunity galore. The late, great Charles Gibbons used to say, you can make money or excuses. Choice is yours.
All right. This was Mark Newsome. Excellent interview. Great conversation. Jimbo Paris here. This is the Jimbo Paris Show. So we're just going to end it off with a few shout outs. So biggest one is going to be LifeWork Systems. This is our affiliate partner. This is an HR superstar. She's focused on improving the HR system for a lot of these big corporate businesses. Intricate and more emotionally connected work environment. Also, we've got a YouTube channel. Subscribe to that. We're currently growing in subscribers. Right below down here is our actual Roku TV channel. This will be on Roku TV. Check it out when it comes out there too. I'm Jimbo Paris, and this is the Jimbo Paris Show. Thank you for listening to the Jimbo Paris Show.